Hello, everybody. Today I was teaching math to six American kids who all go to the same high school in California, and their teacher is a person I know, so I'm the teacher. I teach math to these six kids. I prepared them for the SAT exam. Yeah, I'm happy they prefer me than someone locally or a local academy. I could certainly use the business, and the money's quite good. You might want to know that in Manhattan, teaching the SAT math to some children who go to these private schools in Manhattan pays over $200 an hour. Not bad. Anyway, I said to the kids the following math problem, and I want you to listen closely to me. I said there's a triangle, okay? Kind of looks like a pyramid maybe. And it has three sides. One side is 5, another side is 3. The third side, I don't know. But what is the smallest possible third side I could have to that triangle? So just think of 5 and 3 and the third side. And one kid immediately said negative infinity. And I said, how in the world are you going to make a triangle with a negative infinity side? And he said, but that's the smallest number I could think of. And another one said 0. And finally someone said, okay, it's got to be a positive number, so let's go with 1. So I said, okay, let's build this triangle. So I have a tactile computer, and I drew a line that represents 5, and I drew another line that represents 3, and they were parallel. And I dragged the 3 down and put it like at an angle, so the 5 was on the bottom and the 3 was like that. And I said, let's put the 1 over here. Now let's put the 5 and the 3 and the 1 to touch each other and form a triangle. Well, of course, they don't reach. They don't touch each other, so you can't have a 1. You need more. And then we tried a 2. They didn't touch each other. Then we tried a 2. And the 2 and the 3, they touch each other, but they fall right on top of the 5. That's not a triangle. You're going to suffocate in there. So we tried more than a 2. We tried an integer being a little more than a 2 or a 3, and it worked. So then I said, what's the conclusion here? And they all said, well, the 2 sides on the top always have to add up to more than the bottom. And I said, that's it. That's the whole concept of a triangle. Why did you say 1? Why did you say 0? Why did you say negative infinity? And they looked at me like, we've never thought of this before. And I said, you guys are paying like $30,000 a year to go to a private Jewish school in California. Your parents are from Harvard. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're business people, politicians. They work in Silicon Valley. How could you possibly build a triangle with a 0 side? And it occurred to me that these kids have never been taught to think in their lives. Most children who study math just plug things into formulas, use calculators, they get the hand up, they got the right answer. The answer's 7, but they're playing games. They don't really know how to apply this in the real world. I kind of got tired of seeing all these problems in math, which are solve for x, and it's logarithms, it's trigonometry, solve for the sine. And everyone says, okay, the tangent is the sine divided by the cosine. You memorize that. Memorization is the intelligence of idiots. You don't need to memorize anything. The problem I discover with math is that kids, they don't apply it to their real lives, in real situations. When you ask kids a question to solve, they should be able to avoid these stupid answers. Or at least if you give them a multiple choice question, I gotta go. You give them a multiple choice question, they should be able to eliminate the stupid answers. It took me 1 hour to go to my school and go back home. 1 hour is the total travel time, okay? And maybe I went to school at 6 miles an hour, but I came back at 4 miles an hour. So how long did it take me to get to my school? Well, logically, if I went at 6 and I came back at 4, it took me less than half an hour and more than half an hour to get back. They should be able to eliminate the answers that don't fit into that puzzle. Okay, but some kids, they look at it and think, I don't know. I don't know where to even start. And you tell them, well, look, 6 miles an hour I got there, 4 miles an hour I got back. It took me more time to get back because I went more slowly. So then it took me more than a half an hour to get back. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Why not? What is wrong with your genetics? You don't want to make fun of kids and call them stupid, but I got to tell you, in the bottom of my heart, I've never called a kid stupid, but I think, and I don't think math is a genetic thing, but I just think there are some kids whose parents have never really made them think about anything. They're just not thinking kids. Now, they'll get into Harvard Law School, those kids, and Harvard Med School, but my job is to make them think. Thank God I get paid a little fortune for this job.